So we approve your budget subject to possible amendments after you amendments to increase, huh? Oo. After you submit the details of each item on the 2 pages you showed. Pero yung dalawang on page 2, DepEd na yun, yung isa naman Climate Change Commission, yung GOH, wag na masyadong mataas, yung 70 will increase the culture mapping. Just give me yes, sige. Okay. You'll be increased. Okay. We go to Cultural Center of the Philippines. Yes. It's okay. Who's going to make the presentation?
Chairman Laya.
Yes, hi. Yes, thank you very much. We have Chairman Laya with us, Mr.
Madam Chair and Excellencies, we thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to present the proposed programs and budget of the Cultural Center of the Philippines. We have a detailed presentation, and we shall basically just summarize it in this presentation and give the details to the staff and to the committee members separately. And so we'd like to make a very broad presentation just to set the stage of the Cultural Center of the Philippines activities and requirements. First of all, under PD number 15, the principal objectives or the objectives of the Cultural Center are first to build and operate a national theater. Second is to foster consciousness of Philippine cultural heritage. Third is to support the artistically talented in the performing arts, the visual arts, the literary arts, and cultural heritage in general. And fourthly is to foster public appreciation of culture and the arts in the public, among the public, and in particular among the young Filipinos. And so far, the Cultural Center of the Philippines has been trying to fulfill these objectives with the help of Congress through funding provided in 2024, which amounted to 1.81 billion, and funding that was released in 2025 of 2.12 billion. And we thank Congress and of course the executive branch for this kind of support. Now in 2024, the funds allocated for the Cultural Center of the Philippines have been devoted to all of these activities, and principally for the rehabilitation of the main building of the Cultural Center of the Philippines, which was constructed in the late 1960s, and as of now is already 56 years old. And the status of the building, unfortunately, is in rather parlous condition. The water has been leaking from the roof, and the water has been seeping in from below. So there is water from above and below, and both the structure as well as the visible aspects of the cultural center are in pretty bad condition. And for 2026, we are proposing budgetary allocation in order to be able to finish the building, as well as to carry on the main activities of the cultural center. During the period of COVID-19, the main building has been shut down, not only because of the rehabilitation, but also because of the pandemic itself. But during this period, the cultural center has endeavored to mount activities outside of the main CCP complex and to bring it not only to Metro Manila but through the regions and even abroad. And we thank the chairperson in particular, for her interest in the activities of the Philippine Philharmonic Organization, the PPO, and through her support, we have been able to bring the PPO to audiences in the provinces and also to in various activities abroad. So for 2026, we requested a total of 2.3 billion, but due to, I suppose, various other requirements, DBM has proposed for inclusion in the President's budget that has been endorsed to Congress only in the amount of 413 million. And so we are hoping, we are praying that Congress would be able to assist in making up the difference. Our main objective, really the main target of the rehabilitation of the main building, is for completion by 2026 in order to be able to allow the Philippines to host properly, with the assistance of the Cultural Center, the forthcoming ASEAN Heads of State meeting, which is being held here in the Philippines in 2026. And we understand that the main building of the Cultural Center is going to be required for various activities during that event. Now, the general appropriations provisions for the Cultural of the Center of the Philippines have been both for operation and capital outlays. In 2022, the general appropriations for operations was 456 million, but nothing was allocated for capital outlays. There was a slight increase in 2024 in operating expenses, which amounted to 483 million, and we were granted capital outlays of 400 million. There was a further increase in 2025, the present year, where the GAA allowed 534 million for our operations and 1,029 million for capital outlays. And for 2026, our request for allocation in the to the DBM was 785 million for operations and 1,562 million for capital outlays. And unfortunately, the President's budget that has been submitted to Congress allotted only 413 million in for operations and nothing for capital outlays. And, obviously, this would not be enough to be able to meet the completed main building by the end of 2026. And the deficiency that we estimate that we hope can be made up by Congress is 372 million in operating expenses and 2.7 billion for capital outlays. The Cultural Center being a government-owned or controlled corporation, also has operating revenues, but these are relatively small because our operating revenues come from rental of commercial spaces within the complex, from parking fees that we charge to users of the parking lots, from ticket sales and various other income, including donations, and these are really even short of our operating expenses. And estimated operating expenses really total 3.7 billion, which is much larger than the total operating revenues that we estimate at only about 250 million. So that there is a great deal of shortage, and in the past, this has been partly met by not filling positions. And so, for example, our plantilla positions total 373, out of which 107 are unfilled. And similarly, we have been able to help meet the personnel shortage by hiring contractual personnel, but we have been able to do that with only 81 people, outside of crew members that we also hire on a contractual basis. Now, with respect to PPO, Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra, that is a good part of the activities. The total positions that we have in the orchestra is only 71 people. There are only 71 performers in the orchestra, and really the ideal, or the ideal component of the PPO is over 100 personnel, and so the difference.
Interrupt there. Chair Laya, if you had the funds, you have the qualified people to fill up the orchestra for 100?
Yes, ma'am. We actually hire some of them. We hire a total of 52 on contractual basis.
Okay. So your 71 are plantilla.
Yes.
And you hire the 52 depending on your performances.
That is correct, madam.
Yes. For plantilla positions, or a budget to continue the consultancies?
Well, the plantilla positions are within the approved budget, and the contractuals that we hire are from various lump sums
So,
and savings.
yes, is the ask of CCP for plantilla positions from 70 to 100, or are you simply asking for us to give MOE for consultancies?
Well, we're hoping that that the entire orchestra would be supported by plantilla positions.
I want to understand that. Since you're a GOCC, you get it from your funds, or you're asking us if it's plantilla, is that DBM? I'm not sure of that. BBM.
We're really asking as part of our proposal, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Dennis,